Well, I guess first, how are you physically? Are you all the way back from your shoulder injury?
Yeah, I feel great. I've been rehabbing it for the past 3, 4 months, something like
Mhm.
that. So, yeah, I've been in the training room every single day. So I feel great.
What was that like last year? Started the Big 12 championship game, had some high level experience. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was awesome. Just being able to see like how much like hard work really shows on the field, and all the stuff behind the scenes really shows into your play when you're doing the right things behind the scenes. So it was fun to reap the benefits of that, and so it was a good time.
How do you kind of reset after getting the chance to play in a Big 12 championship game and now you come back to spring practice and it's a quarterback competition again? How do you kind of reset in your mind from one to the other?
Well, I mean, first I got to know that all that stuff's in the past. You got to put it in the past. It's all behind us. No, I mean everyone's gonna remember that we did win it, but at the end of the day, like no one's thinking about that right now. So what I got to think about what's right in front of me, which is spring ball and competing and giving myself my best self to the team every single day.
What's that like between you guys, the competition for quarterback?
Uh, just normal. I mean, it's just like a regular competition. We all have great relationships, so that's good.
What have you learned from Gary?
I've learned a lot. Gary's very smart mentally, and he's a great quarterback on the field. Me and him, we watched a lot of film last year, so spending a lot of time with him, we became good friends even throughout this competition. So we support each other no matter what happens. So we're great friends.
What kind of things are you working on as far as your game, your skill set?
Just keep working mentally. You never can learn too much mentally, and obviously throwing the football. Today probably wasn't the best day throwing the football down the field, so that's the next thing I got to go work on.
He said your leadership as well. That's something Sean talked about. That's something you need, and I guess you went through a leadership class or whatever in the fall. How much did that help? I guess.
It helped a lot. We learned about different ways to lead and leading in your own way, and so yeah, I learned a ton going through that institute, and hopefully I can carry that onto the field.
Does leadership come naturally for you, or is that something you got to kind of pull out of yourself?
I think it does come naturally, but it comes naturally in a different way. Everybody leads in different ways, and I'm probably not more of a vocal leader. I'm more of a lead by example, but when something needs to be said, I can say it.
How tough was that? Having that shoulder injury, you're playing so well, and then all of a sudden you can play the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, it was tough. I think I heard it in the first drive of the third quarter, so right when we came out. But yeah, it was pretty tough to play through it. But I'm glad I was able to stay out there and play through it. So.
What's the energy like here this spring compared to last year after all the success as a class?
I think it's crazy because I think we have more energy this year. Coming off a great season like last year, like I said earlier, everything's kind of put in the past and you can't really think about that anymore. But I think having the success that we did last year makes us want to have even more success this year. So guys are working even more harder this off season and right now during the spring.
Blake, was it your throwing shoulder? Was it the other one? Or?
It was my throwing shoulder. Yep.
Okay.
As you look at the competition between you and Gary, last year it was a lot of like unknowns. Y'all hadn't played a bunch of snaps. This year, how is the competition maybe different between y'all after having that experience than it was this time last year?
Yeah, I guess obviously I got some snaps under my belt, so that helps. And Gary obviously had most of the season, so that helps for him too. Like I said, I mean, we start from ground one or ground zero and see what happens from here.